Did you know that violent crime in some U.S. cities has surged by over 20% in the past year? This alarming rise in crime rates has left many communities grappling with fear and uncertainty. It's a chilling statistic that reflects a growing sense of unease across the nation. The bustling streets, once filled with the vibrancy of daily life, now carry an undercurrent of tension. People go about their routines, but there's a palpable sense of vigilance, a constant awareness of potential dangers. This pervasive anxiety affects not just individuals but entire communities, altering the fabric of social interactions. Imagine living in a place where every day feels like walking a tightrope between safety and danger. The once familiar streets now seem menacing, and the night brings with it a heightened sense of vulnerability. For many, this is not just a fleeting fear, but a daily reality that shapes their lives in profound ways. The psychological toll of living under such constant threat cannot be overstated. This is the reality for millions of Americans living in cities grappling with a surge in crime. From the bustling intersections of major metropolises to the quieter streets of smaller towns, the impact of rising crime is felt far and wide. It's a complex issue that requires a multifaceted approach, involving law enforcement, community leaders, and policymakers working together to address the root causes. From bustling metropolises to quieter towns that hide perilous realities, these trends paint a stark picture of life in America's most dangerous cities. In this video, we're taking you on a gripping journey through the 15 most dangerous places in the United States in 2025. Each city has its own unique story, shaped by a combination of historical, economic, and social factors. These cities are not just names on a map, they're homes to people navigating the hazardous intersection of crime, poverty, and systemic challenges. By diving deep into their stories, we'll uncover the human side of the statistics and the factors that put these places in the spotlight. We'll explore shocking crime data, revealing the stark realities that these numbers represent. Unravel the events that shook these communities, from high-profile incidents that made national headlines to the everyday occurrences that often go unnoticed. And look at what's being done to make these hazardous places safer. So stay tuned as we count down America's most dangerous cities, unraveling each city's gripping story of struggle, survival, and hope. Our journey begins in Little Rock, Arkansas, a city that belies its small size with a shockingly high crime rate. With a population of just over 200,000, Little Rock might seem unassuming, but it punches above its weight in terms of violent crime. In 2025, the city recorded a staggering 1,600 incidents of violent crime per 100,000 people, a figure that places it at the top of our list. This wave of violence has left many residents feeling vulnerable and afraid, their sense of security shattered by the daily reality of living in a city under siege. The streets of Little Rock tell a story of struggle and despair, where the echoes of gunshots and the fear in people's eyes paint a grim picture. But what are the root causes of this crisis? Little Rock's struggles stem from entrenched socioeconomic issues, including a poverty rate significantly higher than the national average. High levels of unemployment and limited access to education have created a breeding ground for crime, trapping many residents in a cycle of poverty and violence. One incident in late 2024 became a defining moment for the city, a stark illustration of the challenges Little Rock faces. A brazen drive-by shooting outside a school, children caught in the crossfire, parents left to grapple with the unimaginable trauma. This tragic event highlighted the urgent need for reform in policing and community outreach programs, a wake-up call that reverberated through the city. Despite the grim statistics and the ever-present threat of violence, hope is not lost in Little Rock. This city, often overshadowed by its struggles, is also a place where the seeds of hope are being planted and nurtured every day. The streets of Little Rock, though marked by hardship, are also filled with stories of resilience and determination. The residents here are not just passive observers of their fate, they are active participants in the fight for a better future. Amidst the challenges, a spirit of resilience persists, fueled by the tireless efforts of community leaders and residents determined to reclaim their city. These leaders, often unsung heroes, work tirelessly to bring about change. They organize cleanup drives, community meetings, and events that foster a sense of unity and purpose. Their efforts are not just about addressing immediate issues, but also about building a foundation for long-term change. Grassroots initiatives focused on mentoring at-risk youth, providing them with alternatives to gang life and a path towards a brighter future, are gaining traction. These programs are designed to offer guidance, support, and opportunities that many young people in Little Rock might otherwise miss out on. Mentors, who often come from similar backgrounds, serve as role models and sources of inspiration. They show these young individuals that there is a way out, a path that leads to a future filled with possibilities. These programs offer a lifeline to young people growing up in neighborhoods where violence is often seen as the only option. By providing safe spaces, educational support, and positive role models, they help to break the cycle of violence and despair. The impact of these initiatives can be seen in the smiles of children playing safely in their neighborhoods, in the confidence of teenagers who are beginning to believe in their potential, and in the hope that is slowly but surely taking root in these communities. Through mentorship, education, and job training, they aim to break the cycle of poverty and crime that has plagued Little Rock for generations. Education is a powerful tool in this fight. By equipping individuals with the knowledge and skills they need to succeed, these programs are opening doors to new opportunities. Job training initiatives are particularly crucial as they provide a pathway to stable employment and financial independence. These efforts are about more than just survival, they are about empowering people to thrive. But their efforts are often hampered by a lack of resources and funding, a constant battle against the odds. Despite the passion and dedication of those involved, the reality is that these programs often operate on shoestring budgets. Fundraising events and community drives help, but they are not always enough to meet the growing needs. The struggle for adequate funding is a reminder of the broader systemic issues that need to be addressed to create lasting change. Another beacon of hope lies in the city's efforts to address poverty head-on. Local government and community organizations are working together to tackle the root causes of poverty. Initiatives aimed at improving access to affordable housing, healthcare, and education are critical components of this strategy. By addressing these fundamental needs, they are laying the groundwork for a more equitable and just society. Initiatives aimed at creating job opportunities, improving access to affordable housing, and providing essential services to those in need are slowly but surely making a difference. Job fairs and employment programs are helping residents find stable work, while the construction of affordable housing is providing safe and secure homes for families. Community services, from healthcare to legal aid, are ensuring that residents have the support they need to overcome challenges and build better lives. These programs recognize that tackling crime requires addressing its root causes, providing residents with the tools and opportunities they need to build a better life for themselves and their families. By focusing on prevention and support, rather than just punishment, these initiatives are fostering a sense of hope and possibility. They are helping to create a community where everyone has the chance to succeed, regardless of their background or circumstances. The challenges facing Little Rock are steep, but the resilience of its residents offers a glimpse of a brighter future. The process of rebuilding is slow and often fraught with setbacks, but the determination of the community is unwavering. From rebuilding homes to organizing cleanup projects, the people of Little Rock are taking concrete steps to improve their city. Their efforts are a testament to the power of collective action and the belief that, together, they can overcome even the most daunting obstacles. Their unwavering determination to create a safer and more prosperous city for all is a testament to the power of community and the enduring belief that change is possible, even in the darkest of times. The rallies, celebrations, and neighborhood watch meetings are more than just events. They are symbols of hope and unity. They show that despite the challenges, the people of Little Rock are committed to building a better future for themselves and their children. This spirit of hope and resilience is the true seed of change, and it is what will ultimately transform Little Rock into a city where everyone can thrive. Chapter 3. Indianapolis, Indiana. Known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and bustling urban life, Indianapolis is a city that often finds itself in the spotlight for all the right reasons. From its iconic motor racing events to its thriving art scene, the city has much to offer both residents and visitors alike. Our next stop takes us to Indianapolis, Indiana, a city known for its sporting events and cultural attractions. The city is home to the world-famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which hosts the annual Indy 500, drawing hundreds of thousands of fans from around the globe. Additionally, the city boasts a variety of cultural festivals that celebrate its diverse community, from music and food to art and history. But behind this vibrant facade lies a troubling reality. Indianapolis grapples with a violent crime rate that has earned it the 14th spot on our list. Despite the city's many attractions and its outward appearance of prosperity, there is an undercurrent of violence that affects many of its residents on a daily basis. With a population of nearly 900,000, the city recorded 1,450 violent crimes per 100,000 residents in 2025, a stark reminder that even in seemingly prosperous cities, danger lurks beneath the surface. These statistics are not just numbers, they represent real people and real lives that have been impacted by crime. While Indianapolis boasts a thriving downtown and plays host to major events like the Indy 500, the city's economic and social disparities are stark. The downtown area, with its bustling streets and modern amenities, stands in sharp contrast to the more neglected neighborhoods where crime is a daily concern. Many of its neighborhoods face the harsh realities of daily violence. In these areas, residents often feel forgotten and neglected, struggling to make ends meet while living in fear of becoming the next victim of crime. The presence of graffiti and rundown buildings serves as a constant reminder of the challenges they face. The stark contrast between the city's gleaming facade and the struggles of its most vulnerable residents is a microcosm of the inequalities that plague America today. This disparity is not just economic but also social, with many residents feeling isolated and disconnected from the opportunities that the city has to offer. In early 2025, Indianapolis experienced a wave of violent home invasions that shook the city to its core. These incidents were not isolated, they were part of a larger trend of increasing violence that has left many residents feeling unsafe in their own homes. These weren't just random acts of theft, they were calculated assaults on families and communities, targeting homes in the dead of night when residents were most vulnerable. The fear and trauma caused by these invasions have had a lasting impact on the affected families, leaving residents to grapple with a heightened sense of vulnerability and fear. The constant presence of police patrols, while reassuring to some, also serves as a reminder of the dangers that lurk in the shadows. For many, the sense of security they once felt in their neighborhoods has been shattered. The psychological toll of these invasions, the violation of one's sanctuary, is a wound that runs deep. The emotional scars left by such traumatic events can take years to heal, if they ever do. Families are left to pick up the pieces and try to rebuild their lives in the aftermath of such violence. The violation of one's home, a place that should be a safe haven, is a profound and deeply personal trauma. The sight of a broken door or window serves as a constant reminder of the intrusion, making it difficult for residents to feel truly safe again. These invasions were particularly devastating for working-class neighborhoods, where many families have limited resources to recover from such incidents. The financial strain of repairing damage and replacing stolen items can be overwhelming, adding to the emotional burden, where many families have limited resources to recover from such incidents. The loss of property, the lingering trauma, and the fear of another attack created a climate of fear and uncertainty. Community support groups have become a lifeline for many, offering a space for residents to share their experiences and find solace in the support of their neighbors, and the fear of another attack created a climate of fear and uncertainty, further eroding the fabric of these communities. In response, many neighborhoods have organized watch groups and invested in security systems in an effort to reclaim their sense of safety and community, further eroding the fabric of these communities. The sight of empty playgrounds and boarded-up homes is a stark reminder of the impact that crime has on the community. These once vibrant areas have become symbols of the challenges that Indianapolis faces as it grapples with the realities of violence and inequality. In the aftermath of these home invasions, the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department responded with increased patrols, a visible attempt to restore order and reassure a shaken city. However, many residents felt that this response, while necessary, was insufficient to address the root causes of the problem. They demanded more comprehensive solutions, a holistic approach that tackled the systemic issues driving crime. While law enforcement plays a crucial role in maintaining order, many in Indianapolis believe that true change requires addressing the underlying issues of poverty and lack of affordable housing. They argue that these factors create an environment where crime can flourish, trapping people in a cycle of despair and desperation. Local nonprofits have stepped in to fill the gaps, providing trauma counseling and safety resources for families affected by the home invasions. These organizations, often operating on shoestring budgets and fueled by the dedication of volunteers, provide a vital lifeline to those struggling to cope with the aftermath of violence. The story of Indianapolis is a stark reminder that crime doesn't discriminate based on zip codes or income levels. It's a complex issue with deep roots in societal inequities. However, amidst the challenges, the resilience of Indianapolis's residents shines through. Their determination to create a safer city for all, to address the root causes of crime, and to rebuild their communities offers a glimmer of hope in these trying times. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A city known for its rich history, brewing heritage, and vibrant arts scene. But beneath the surface lies a troubling reality. Milwaukee finds itself at number 13 on our list of America's most dangerous cities in 2025. With a population nearing 600,000, Milwaukee has a violent crime rate of 1,400 incidents per 100,000 residents. That means that on average, more than 3 people become victims of violent crime every single day. Gun violence and aggravated assaults are persistent problems plaguing communities across the city. Residents live with a constant sense of unease, wondering if they or their loved ones will become the next victims. This isn't just about numbers. These are real lives impacted by violence. Behind each statistic is a family torn apart, a neighborhood living in fear, and a city struggling to find answers. In the summer of 2024, a horrifying incident shook Milwaukee to its core, forcing residents and city officials to confront the city's escalating violence. What was supposed to be a joyous occasion, a community festival in a crowded public park, descended into chaos when a shootout erupted in broad daylight. The sound of gunshots pierced the air, sending terrified families running for cover. The aftermath was devastating. Several people lay injured, some critically, and the idyllic park transformed into a crime scene. The incident left an indelible mark on the city's psyche, highlighting the need for urgent action. The shooting at the park wasn't an isolated event. It served as a chilling reminder of the systemic issues plaguing Milwaukee: economic disparity, underfunded social services, and a lack of opportunity that can trap individuals in a cycle of poverty and violence. From the streets of Little Rock to the neighborhoods of Milwaukee, the stories we've explored paint a sobering picture of the challenges facing cities across America. These are not just statistics. They represent the lives of real people grappling with the daily realities of crime and violence. The issues are complex, often rooted in deep-seated socioeconomic disparities that require comprehensive solutions. But even in the face of adversity, there are glimmers of hope. Communities are coming together, demanding change and working to create a safer future. We've seen the devastating impact of inaction, but we've also witnessed the power of resilience and the unwavering spirit of those fighting for a better tomorrow. The fight against crime requires a collective effort, from law enforcement to community leaders to policymakers, all working together to address the root causes of violence and build safer, more just communities for all.